as you understand, as I explained to you when you came into the shop the other day, I would not normally make a dress in a week. And I need you to understand this because I would never have you come in again and say that this is something that you need. But as you've explained to me, these are very important circumstances. Yes. I understand that you were invited to the... Shh, 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 shh. You don't need to say where you're going or the name of the people who are hosting it, okay? Because this is a very exclusive event. And everyone who's going there, we don't want anyone random showing up, okay? Anyone can walk into the shop. We don't need to go about blabbing about the greatest party in town, okay? All right. Shh. I mean, respectfully, you were invited a little bit late. Respectfully. I was, of course, invited months ago, but I won't take that against you. You were invited after all. Now, let me show you what I usually offer, and we can go through it. We can decide on a design that'll be best for you, okay? Let me show you. So, this is sort of my basic little template sheet that I use, just to give you kind of ideas of what we can do for a custom design. So, here you can see. And all these designs are copyrighted. So if you want to go off and give this to someone else, don't. Anyways, what I'm going to show you is all the different designs I do. And these aren't everything. This isn't emblematic of every single thing we can do. We can do a lot. So whatever it is you have to mind, we will go through it. Let me show you. I also want you to know that everything that you wear has to be approved by me. I will not give you a beautiful gown just for you to pair it with an ugly shoe or a terrible headpiece. Okay? Understood. Okay. So, first, we go to the neckline. I have a couple of different designs that you can choose from. Okay? First, I have this sort of regular V. This one is wrapped between two different fabrics. That's of course not required if you want to have the same pieces of fabric, but the same design. We could always do that. We could also do a much deeper cut as well, if you'd like. It doesn't need to be this high. This is another one. We can do these straps a little bit thinner. I mean, we can do any of the straps thinner. But this is sort of just more of a regular scoop. I once did a design that had little bows in the back, which I thought would be cute. As sort of a winter holiday ball that you are attending. I mean, I suppose this is a little bit more Christmas. It is important that you dress within a winter theme and not a Christmas theme. You may not know this, but I'll just be kind and tell you. They have a winter ball and they have a Christmas ball. The Christmas ball is more exclusive. I'm assuming you didn't know about it. Yes. It's okay. If you do well at this one, they might invite you next year. But it's important that you dress more of a winter theme because there needs to be differentiations between the theme. And if you come looking very Christmas, they'll know that you don't know what you need to know. You understand? Yes. It's also why I advise you not to wear green and red together. That's just way too much. Anyways, but I do think we can make a bow tasteful or something maybe draping along the back. Yes. And then we have this is another sort of V, but it has a piece of fabric in the back. So if we do like a really deep cut, we could always do a piece right here, which is very popular at the moment. Yes. And another one we could do is this sort of, it's like a, just sort of a cut straight across. And then we do straps on top. These are usually thinner straps. And we can do, as you can see, I have these sort of intricate, sometimes we do intricate beaded straps. Sometimes, I don't usually do like a metal strap, that'd be very uncomfortable, but sort of a chain strap. And that can be, and any of these designs can be as intricate or as basic as you want. Well, it's always fun to be extravagant, but in the same token, it can also be very powerful to have a simple but, you know, noticeable look. So we can do as you please. This just has sort of a little basic design I came up with, just a little star, which I think is very nice. And then this turn, because that's more room. this we can do, it's like this, but it's deeper. We can do a neckline that goes extends all the way down to the hips. Yeah, and this of course isn't every available neckline that you can think of, that you can dream of. No, I didn't include sleeves, and the reason why, do you want some? It's not just water. Are you sure? Okay. Well, the reason why I don't just do a, what was I saying? The V goes down. I'm not sure what I was saying. Anyways, basically, it goes down and it goes to the hips. And these can be any type of pattern or design that you want. I was saying something. Well, I don't think it was that important. If it was important, I would remember. Anyways. So, we have some neckline designs. Obviously, these aren't everything. And if you want something different, if you want to describe something to be different, if you saw something in a magazine, whatever it is, you let me know, okay? Now, after that, I do have different sort of body/skirt designs, as I'm sure you're well aware of. A lot of the things that people wear right now are mainly in the, I'm sorry, there's a mirror behind you and I just can't help but just adjust it. God, when I'm wearing the wrap on my head, it's so cute that it messes with the band. Anyways, so when we wear a skirt, most skirts right now are coming to about mid-calf, and it's important that we get that length because, well, it's a lot of fun. It's easy to dance in. It's, I think, very elegant, very, very fun. And I do think that you could do a very, elegant, classy look that is not floor length. That being said, I have designed several floor length dresses for this ball previously and this year, and I can confidently say that they are still in style, but it will show, you are just becoming known to them. And what you're showing to them is an extension of yourself, and how you dress is an extension of yourself. So if you wanted to do something that was a little bit more fun, a little bit more easygoing, you could do something a little bit shorter, maybe get a little bit more attention, whatever. But if you wanted something that was a little bit more elegant, a little bit more, regal, showing, I'm classy and respectful, you could do something a little bit longer. And as much as I say that, I also will say you also run the risk of perhaps, the people who host the parties tend to do long dresses, but also if they're feeling fun, they might do something a little bit shorter. So you don't want to upstage them, is what I'm saying. So, but you don't know what they're gonna wear, so it's kind of a gamble. I'm just letting you know that's something to think about. Okay, so these are a couple of designs that we do. First and foremost is probably the one I do least right now, but I want you to know what's on the table. As much as everything is very low waist right now, the waist is fully dropped to the hips. That being said, I do design some natural waist gowns. The natural waist isn't the smallest point of your waist. It's a little bit below, right where your belly button is. And if you do use that sort of shape to sort of incorporate the hips, it is still very stylish. This design, actually, you can incorporate into a drop waist look as well. If you want to drop here, you could have these large sort of pads in like a more larger ball gown-esque look. And then we have, this is a simple straight gown. This is straight. I mean, I'm not adding any flare, any extra fabric. You're gonna go straight down, and this can be dressed up with anything that you would like. I mean, any of these can, but just for examples, I put, you could put fringe on the bottom, you could put beading on it, you could put beaded fringe on the bottom, it could be crazy. Any sort of, this could actually be a little bit higher, like right above the chest, but any sort of detailing you want. You could add a sash, a long sash going behind you, a big bow, anything like that. Anything that really draws attention to the hips is quite popular right now. Yeah. Then we have, you can do one of these, which is a drop waist gown, And it can be, you can go all the way to your feet if you'd like, but it's a little bit more flared. It'll have a little bit more fabric in it. Also, you can add on any of these dresses. Flowers right now at the hips are very popular, yes. And then this is to the side, so I have a little more room. But you can do, I really like this design, sort of a drop with a sort of a centerpiece here, flaring out. This also has that straight across neckline, but you can do, again, a sash, or you can even do a train if you'd like. Again, you're running more risks here because you don't want to be so dramatic that you draw attention away from your host. But if you pull it off, you will be recognized and talked about by everyone at the party. You understand? Yeah. And then, just for some other things, as I said before, I will be in charge of everything you do. While I'm not a shoemaker myself, I do want to improve everything you wear with it because I wouldn't want my design associated with a terribly haphazardly put together outfit. You understand? Yes. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, but just for some examples, accessories that I approve of, any long bead, of course, it's always good. The best beads you have will need to be worn at this ball. You can also do a big sash in your hair like mine. You can see it's a big bow. You could do one of these headpieces. I think really, going out with your friends, sticking a feather in your headband is just fine, but this is the next level, okay? And we need, especially with a winter theme, I mean, it's winter. Are you not feeling like an icy little fairy princess? I mean, I don't think anything says more winter than something beautiful like this. You can see it's a beaded headband with like these sort of dropped beaded around the ears, and it'll hit right where your hair is. It would just be beautiful. Yeah. And then we have shawls, and you go in. I did mention this. I think this is what I mentioned before. None of my dresses have sleeves. Why is that? Because sleeves aren't that fashionable. I understand that they are. There are plenty of dresses with sleeves right now, but for evening wear, I just find them so much better without sleeves. And I do approve of a shawl. Personally, I understand it's cold, but I do think that a lacy or beaded or even just a sleek silk shawl is so much classier than a big fur shawl. I understand you'll be cold, but also you understand how I feel. So you can also have a big scarf shawl. Now, just a couple more things to consider. And you don't have to give me any definitive answers yet. Color. Any sort of color that you want, whatever you're thinking. I recommend going with blues and silvers, or even perhaps a red, perhaps a forest green. Again, we're getting close to Christmas territory. I'm personally a fan of the icy look, so I would love to put like a color like this on you. But I understand that this is an extension of you, and I mean, I will police it if I think that you chose something wrong, but I will tend to your needs as best as I can. Also hair. Luckily, your hair is already short. If you had longer hair, I would of course make you pin it up. But just make sure that, it's nice and neatly trimmed, especially in the back, looking good. See that short in the back? Beautiful. And materials. Obviously, I showed you a lot of textures, textiles in my drawings. We can do laces, we can do silks, we can do anything that you really want. We can do beaded materials, we can do more sheer materials. It really just depends on what you want. Okay. And then, I was also going to add, we can do a design on the back. A lot of these dresses, they kind of fill in the back, but if you wanted, a backless gown, I would not be opposed to that in the slightest. And then makeup. Again, this is something we can talk about a little bit more down the road, and if you change your mind, that's fine, but makeup does have to be good and also dramatic. and also done well, you know, in the middle of the lip, in the middle of the cheek, eyes. Oh, I didn't write it down, but also shoes. I will have to approve your shoes. So make sure you choose a good shoe, especially a high enough heel. I will not tolerate anything below 2 inches. You understand? So, allow me to start drawing for you. What is it that you preferred? Let me, refer back. Out of these, which one did you prefer? You're kind of choosing between these two. They have similar sort of straight necklines. I understand what you mean. Yeah. And between these, you like this one? Me too. It gives you a little bit some flair, but it's still very straight. You're thinking about the cape? Your funeral? Just kidding. Not your funeral. You do what you want. Well, if we didn't do a cape, we could do an open back. Also dramatic, but maybe just not as, I mean, it'll also be a very look at me kind of moment, but yeah? Okay. We'll try an open back. And you're interested in a headpiece? Of course you are, because I can tell you have good taste. So, and if you get at any point a sense of what color you want it, let me know while I sketch. Okay. Again, I'm just freeballing your body here, so don't get mad that I don't like how I drew that. Let me try again. Anyways, so you have to tell me, how did you get invited? Oh, really? So you saw them at the club, they liked the outfit. I understand. That's how most good friends are made. Of course. It's good that you saw one of the younger people in their family. You know, sometimes if you wear something too crazy for their parents, they would just get, Let me see. I'm thinking of something daring. Can I trust you with daring? I'll let you approve it before I start making it, of course. Well, let me see. Are you excited or are you just nervous? A little bit of both. Completely understand. Well, I was invited for the first time many years ago. It was about the time I opened up the shop, and one of their daughters came in quite frequently. Yeah. I guess they were just into the styles that I was exhibiting, Did you want a full-length dress, or did you want something a little bit shorter? You wanted the shorter, the mid-calf? I agree. Oh, thank God. Yeah, don't let them intimidate you, though. Money and power can always be intimidating. But from what I've found, it's a lot of people like that are, how do I say this? I'll bark, no bite, I mean, yes, of course, they can ruin your life if they really wanted to, but they probably will, Don't worry about it. It's important that you go. You will regret it if you don't go. Also, if you don't go, they will probably say bad things about you. And, well, actually, I don't know if you're that important. We'll see. drawn for you. I'll show you. If you don't like it, I suppose we could always change it. Actually, I'm changing my mind. I've drawn a headpiece and all of a sudden I really like it. Do I think that it should be? I'm debating if I like what I drew or if I should change the neckline. I'll show it to you first, I suppose. And did you have any more thoughts on your color choice? You're good with it? You would like a silver? Did you like the pale blue? Somewhere between that, like a silvery blue, almost a purpley? Okay, I agree. So, okay, I take it back. I think it's beautiful. I think that everything that we've done is a win, and I believe that I have done this amazingly. 1 second, let me just see if there's anything. Oh, okay. Okay, it's all coming together now. Okay. Now I understand the vision. I didn't understand my own vision at first, but now I understand it. Alright. Allow me to just color this in really quickly so you can get a full vision. A full vision of what it is that you need. Let me just... Alright. Are you from around here? Or did you move? You're from here? Really? Most people I dress are, well, some of them are from the city, but a lot of people, you know, they move here to have something, whatever, you know? So what do you do for work? Okay, you're just modeling right now. Well, that's amazing. But you want to be an actress, don't we all? Listen, if that ever doesn't work out for you, I can always use more help here. I need it. No, of course I do. You seem very nice. Allow me to just... Listen, if you really want this silver, I understand. But I do think you should see it in color. And, I don't think silver looks very good in a drawing. So, let me just... Now I'm faced with a conundrum. No, never mind. I know exactly what I want. Okay. Is it perfect? Is it missing something? Well, I'll show it to you first. And you can tell me whether or not it's missing something. The shoes aren't blue. That's what's missing. Actually, it's not. I have another idea, but I'll need you to okay it first. this is my idea for you. We have this beautiful drop waist that sort of moves into this V that's sort of parallel to this V at the top. And I was gonna go all the way down, but decided I kind of like this better. We don't need this panel here. It's sort of in style to have sort of a panel behind. And again, you don't want to be dancing so hard and then things are flashed. I mean, I'm not personally opposed to it, but some people are. And my idea was that the back could be the same, or even with the back could be this, but without the panel, but a V in the back. But this won't be a V in the back. This will be just straight across, right on top of your hips. Yeah. You like it? Okay, good. And then this is gonna be either silver or like light blue crystally sort of color, as well as this. And I was thinking beading along here. We could have some more beading as well. I'm thinking this is beaded as well. This is beaded as well. This headpiece I'm particularly proud of. I think it's gonna look really cute. It's gonna be, this part's gonna be beaded. These are gonna be pearls, okay? These are gonna be pearls. You see the vision? Yeah. Okay, good. So my idea, you can say no if you want, but my idea was maybe we could put a sash down here. What do you think? You're not sure? Let me see. Me neither. Why don't I draw it on and we'll decide whether or not it needs it. Let me see. I've decided it doesn't need it, but I'll show you what I was thinking. Or I suppose we could do like one singular. I guess I was thinking of like ribbons coming from it, but I'm really against that now. Yeah, no. Let me see if I could do, 1 second, let me see if we can visualize this. On top of what I already did. Try to ignore everything else I already did. Let me show you. I'm gonna do it a little bit darker so maybe you can just focus on this middle part. Wait a minute. With all three, it might be a look. Wait, take a look. Yeah. Am I crazy or do you see that? Like a singular, and then we have like two like sort of like flowy ones there, and like it's kind of like ice. Do you like it? And you know, I can make it, and it's something that's appliqued on, or not appliqued, but you know what I mean. Like it's sewn on top. So if I wanted, I could. If you really hate it, well, if you want, it depends on what fabric we use. If it's very like dainty fabric, or if it's like silk or something, you know, obviously I wouldn't want to put a bunch of pins in it and sew in it and then rip it out. Sorry, there's hair on my lipstick, but if we want, we could always lay it down and you could take a look, and if you really don't like it, I won't sew it, okay? Okay, perfect. I'm so excited for you. All right, so we have accessories out of the way. Well, material-wise, I'm gonna see what I have on hand and what I can get, because we're on such a tight time frame. Usually I would, you know, ship in materials, but I'm gonna have to check stores and see what I can find that I think would be good. I'm probably gonna go for, in the white/silver parts, I'm probably gonna go for silk, and then for the blue parts, I'm probably gonna overlay it with a beaded fabric, or at least just like a sheer fabric, and then I might bead it on top. Yeah. And for the scarves, I might do a silk as well, or underneath I might do it like an underlayer with like a sheer on top, and then silk for the blue, and then embroider. I think that's what I might do, but I'm gonna take a look, okay? And then again, I already discussed your hair and makeup. I will see what you do, and maybe one of our meetings when you check up on it. You can wear what you think you'll be wearing, so I can improve it for you. Yeah. Well, all there's left to do is for me to take your measurements, which I will do quickly because I understand, I have a lot of work to do, so I'm gonna need you to leave soon. Let me just do your chest really quick. Okay. And let me do let me see what else I need. Let me do your shoulder. Okay. Write that down. And let me do your shoulder to your hip. Perfect. And then your hips. Perfect. And then I'll just do your length. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Well, we're all set. Oh. Let me measure your head for the headpiece. Perfect. All right. Well, you're all set. And when you come back, we can talk about price. I can't give you a concrete price right now because I still don't know what materials I'm using, and that will obviously affect the price, of course. All right. Well, I am excited for this, actually. I wasn't when you came in. I was kind of just feeling bad. Kind of felt pressured into this, quite frankly. No, it's okay. It's not your fault. You don't need to feel bad. Unless if you want to feel bad, then that's fine. But, I was feeling a little like, oh my god. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm actually quite excited to make it because I think it's really cool. And, you look so good, I might just have to talk to you at the party. If you looked really bad, then I wouldn't talk to you. But of course, I'm making it, so I'm sure it'll be great. Yeah, and then you'll get to see my look as well. Of course. I mean, it is the best ball of the season. Like, what can we do? Of course. Well, maybe I will do silver, because I was planning a kind of blue look as well. Yeah, I haven't made mine either. Yeah, I know, I'm kind of a procrastinator, it's fine. Anyways, alright, well, I will let you go. And, well, why don't we meet, so it's for next week. It's for next week. 2 days from, well, 6 days, no? 5, 4 days? It's 4 days. It's not even a week. Okay, meet me here in 2 days. And I will hopefully have most of this done, and I will measure you and make sure it's fitting right, and you'll tell me, if you're liking it, and then I will give it to you on the 4th day. All right, and you can meet me here around the same time, okay? I'm always in here.